wearing the same clothes because we're redoing the video we did before because I pranked him.
So basically we're just gonna pick up where we left off or whatever.
We're gonna start from the beginning because we wasn't really trying in that video because I was more focused on doing what I had to do.
Makes sense now.
Okay, so the first question is, what is the best advice for people looking for someone? I said don't rush it. Don't like go out there searching.
Did you say that or I said that?
We both said it.
Okay.
Like, be patient is exactly what I said. Be patient. It'll come to you.
That's a fact. It'll come to you. Like, you don't have to go out looking for somebody. Like, once you find the right person, once you meet the right person, you'll know. Like, you don't have to go out there looking for it. Like, it'll come to you when the time is right.
When me and him started dating, I definitely wasn't like looking for anything.
Yeah,
he kind of just texted me out of the blue.
Well, I guess I was, but you know, that's a fact.
He just showed his true intentions right then.
Not really, but
I'm playing. But yeah, be patient. It'll come to you.
It'll work, you know. Remember, guys, love yourself, because self-love is the best kind of love.
Is trust needed in a relationship? Definitely.
Trust is 100% needed. I feel like that's what the relationship should be built off of, because I feel like if you don't really trust somebody, like, why are you in a relationship with them? Like, you have to trust your partner.
Even if your trust isn't like 100% there yet, you know, like it's the first few months of the relationship, you're still trying to get like a feel, or something happened and you're kind of working back up towards it. As long as you're trying, I feel like that's better than nothing, you know.
That's a fact. Now, if you sit there and you don't trust somebody at all, you're there stalking their social medias from another person's phone or something like that, you know, you're just trying to catch them in something, then why are you with the person if you don't trust them at all?
If you think they do stuff like that, then there's your answer right there, pretty much.
Nah, that's a fact. There's your answer right there.
There's not really much else to say about that. Okay, this kind of ties into the last question, kind of, but what's most important in a relationship? I would say trust, like we said before. Communication, well, trust, loyalty, communication, and comprehension.
That's a fact.
The reason I say comprehension and communication is because y'all can have great communication skills, y'all could talk about every problem y'all have, but if y'all sit there and y'all talking and it's just going in one ear and out the other, and y'all not really trying to understand or listen, nothing's gonna be fixed, because y'all just gonna be sitting there talking and talking and talking and talking.
Like, you gotta understand the other person, and like I said before, like, you gotta try and put yourself in the other person's shoes. You gotta understand their perspective and why they are the way they are, and like why they feel the way they do about certain things. And you just gotta understand them. Like, you gotta really know who you're dealing with. You gotta, you know, just gotta understand them. I
feel like stuff like that takes time to kind of like perfect within a relationship, but I feel like after a while you kind of get the hang of it.
That's a fact. But relationships, like, they take time. Like, you gotta put the time and the effort in, you know, to get the results.
They're a lot of work, don't get me wrong.
That's a fact.
But it should feel more like a journey than a job. If you're actually like really, like, I guess if you really love that person, if you really want to be with that person, it'll just come so more naturally than feel like it's being forced to happen.
That's a fact.
So, because our communication skills were definitely not the best when we first met.
Yeah, but
especially him, because he's very like more to himself, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't really like talking about his feelings, but
we definitely worked on it, you know. We definitely got better with it. Like I said, relationships take time. You gotta really put in the effort, you know. So
it's not easy
at all.
But next thing is, how do you know if you love someone? You can't say this one.
Well, I feel like you'll just know it. Like, when you really love somebody, you'll just know it. Like, you're gonna want to do things for them. You're just gonna always want to be with them. You're just gonna, you know, want to make their life better. You want to grow with them. You know, you see yourself in their future. Like, you just know.
I feel like when you know you're in love with someone when you kind of just maneuver different around them. Like, you want to do more for them. You want to constantly be around them. You like he said, you kind of just feel it. Like, you feel yourself changing. You feel yourself doing more for yourself, your relationship, and that person all at once. And they'll feel like your best friend. Like, if your relationship is real, I promise y'all will be best friends.
That's
like,
a fact. Because, to be honest, you have to be friends. I feel like when you're in a relationship with somebody, you got to be friends. Like, you got to have that bond to where you feel like you could just tell them anything, you know. You're just that cool with the person. You can laugh with the person, cry with the person, have fun with the person, just, you know, everything.
From personal experience, I knew I loved him when I felt safe, if that makes sense. Like, because, like, if I was going through something within myself or at work, at home, and I knew, like, I could talk to him. Like, I don't gotta be scared to say something or afraid to say what happened. And, like, when I'm around him, like, nothing mattered. Like, it was kind of just like, okay, I'm happy again. The next one is advice to keep your relationship going strong. I feel like everything we kind of just said ties into that. And you can't give up. Like, if you really want it to work, you'll make it work, pretty much.
That's
like,
a fact. Like, you'll do anything to, you know, keep the relationship. You feel me? Like,
yeah. Like, if this is something you really want or your partner really wants, it'll happen. Like, you don't just stop fighting for what you want.
That's a fact. And I feel like
that's like them or you wanting a career. Like, you really want this career, you really want to do this in your life, and you fail a class, now you give up everything. What was the point of that?
Yeah, can't do that.
You ain't really want that career that bad if it took something that small for it to all be over.
That's a fact. And I feel like you just gotta want to keep the relationship interesting. You know, you gotta just, I don't know, you gotta go out more with the person. Just try and do as much as you can to keep the, you know, relationship interesting. You know, don't let it get boring. You know,
make them feel wanted.
That's a
like
fact.
Little things really do matter. Like random little gestures. Like, the smallest things will, like, make a girl smile, I promise you. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, when you like someone and just, like, effort, pretty much. Like, as long as effort is there and you are trying, it'll definitely be seen.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Alright, the next one is your thoughts on long distance. So this kind of brings us into a whole separate little topic. But me and him actually did long distance for, I want to say, like 6.5 months, or like 6 months, something like that. And that shit was rough, not gonna lie.
It was rough.
That shit was definitely rough.
Yeah.
It took a little bit of time to get used to it.
Yeah, we just had to work together to really make it work, to be honest. Like, we just tried to communicate as much as possible, you know, FaceTime calls, you know, just texting each other.
Yeah, I feel like that's where communication and comprehension really, like, played a big part in everything. Because you can't, like, see their face, you can't, like, touch them, you can't read someone's emotions, like, through text. You can't see how they're feeling, like, what's going on. So I feel like with long distance, I feel like what really helped us is FaceTiming, even though, you know, it's not as good as being in person, but it was like the closest you could get, pretty much. Like, you're seeing their face at least. Because for the first few months, we weren't really FaceTiming. Like, we never FaceTimed, actually, because he wasn't really a FaceTime person. He's still not, but
yeah.
But I kind of told him, like, listen, I feel like that's something we need to do if this is gonna work.
And she was right, though. You know, she was right, because it helped us out once we started doing that more, you know.
It definitely did. I feel like once we started doing that, like, it kind of just got, like, a lot better from there.
Yeah.
Like,
and it gave us really a chance to really bond, you know, more.
But I feel like once we started FaceTiming, it was really when, like, we became, like, best friends. because we was on the phone talking so much.
And it just made us connect better, to be honest. You know, we learned a lot about each other just off those FaceTime calls, you know. And
I feel like it wasn't as bad looking at it now, because, you know, a lot of people get into relationships just for like sex and stuff, or like that's what their relationship is like based off of. For us, it wasn't like that, because we were apart for so long, and we kind of grew our relationship while we were apart. So we actually created that bond without like needing that to have a bond. Which is what I feel made us, you know,
that just made the relationship a lot stronger, you know, a lot more real.
That's pretty much it. That's all the questions I have. Long story short, if you want it, it'll work. And that's just that. Communication, comprehension, and trust.
That's the keys to a relationship right there, to be honest.
That's
you feel me? And you just got to put the effort in, the time, and got to be patient. Patience is another key thing you need when in a relationship, you know. Just got to be patient. You got to let things work itself out, because they will if you want it to. You know, you just got to make it happen.
What's meant to be will be at the end of the day.
That's a fact. Alright, so I guess we're going to wrap this video up, you know. Relationship advice, you know, y'all watch the video, y'all take what you want from the video, you know.
Thanks for coming to our TED Talk.
We just telling you how it is from our perspective and what worked for us in our relationship.
Every relationship is different. That's a fact. So not everyone is going to be the same. Not everything's going to be as easy or as hard or whatever. But we kind of just did like an overview of like basics. To kind of more so give everybody insight rather than just a specific group of people, because not everybody's the same, which means not every relationship is going to be the same.
Every relationship is different, you know. You got to do what works for you. But yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on. You already know the drill, you know.
Subscribe to our channels.
Subscribe to my channel, Justin with the Waves.
Kiara Jade with 2 eyes.
It's gonna be in the description box below.
That's a fact.
Y'all already know.
Follow us on Instagram.
That's a fact. Justin with the Waves.
Kiara Jade with 2 eyes.
Same as our YouTubes. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, make sure y'all stay tuned for new videos. And we're gonna catch you guys.